Okay, sorry about that. And good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to a special live OCS playoffs event. As always, I am Dan Tartaglione, also known as D Tartag1. Joining me today from the frigid land of Minnesota is Mr. Garrett Larson. How you doing today, Garrett?
Doing okay. So getting ready to watch Justin and Gavin in this top four match. It'll be should be fun. Be interesting to see if Justin puts him on a deck the same way he did Shaw and goes all in on something, or if he goes for more solid general play.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting. Like Gavin is one of those players. He likes to play a particular type of a deck, whether that be like ROPS or like a Diplo. He's able to play almost anything. Justin coming off of his world's uh, championship, and now he's made it to the top four. So I think both these players definitely have the ability to play almost anything. So it's going to be interesting to see what they decide on.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to watching it. It should be a good game. We're just waiting for Gavin to log in here, I think, and then it'll be ready to go. I said the game is up right now. It looks like Justin will be playing Dark first.
Okay.
So we will see where
And looks like
where that goes.
we are just waiting on Gavin at this point. So once we have him in the in Gemp, we'll go ahead and start up this game. So just a review on what has transpired so far. Let's take a look at our bracket really quick. Justin Desai played Eric Spixma first, and then he defeated Greg Shaw in the top 8. Gavin played Connor Britton in the first round, and then played Zimowit Squara in the second round. And then coming up this weekend, it's going to be Bill Kafer versus Bastian Winkelhaus. Who do you like in that matchup?
I mean, it feels like Bastion is the guy. I struggle to ever bet against Bastion, but at the same time, like Bill's put on kind of a clinic in taking down high seeds, getting to top 8. So I'm looking forward to watching it. So, as
Definitely.
Bill in chat just says, I can say that Bastion's the better player. Bastion is certainly the more accomplished player.
Yeah.
We'll say it that way, Bill. I don't think anyone can say you're not a good enough player to justify getting those wins.
And Bill, you got to think of it this way: you beaten Matt Harrison Trainer and Joel Olson this year in the OCS playoffs. You went 12-0. Not a lot of people can say that. So, yeah, Bastion's definitely the more seasoned player, the more veteran player, and definitely the more accomplished player. But when it comes down to just 2 games of Star Wars CCG, all those accomplishments can go out the window.
Yeah, I won't bet against Bastion, but those levitations and surprise assaults might just get there.
Yeah.
So, looks like the game's back up. Gavin's logged in, so
Yep.
we should be ready to rock here momentarily.
So let's go ahead and hop into Gemp right now. Again, Bastion and Bill will be playing tomorrow. Justin Miyashiro and Drew Lichtenstein will be covering that game on Justin's channel. The game will be streamed over on the PC channel, but make sure you guys tune into that game because that one's gonna be fun. Like seeing Bill play against MHT and then Joe. Bill's riding a nice little wave of success right now.
Yeah, no, Bill. Having watched those games, Bill absolutely deserves to be where he's at. Moving the Falcon notwithstanding. And so but it'll be a good it'll be a good match. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I could definitely, I'm seeing in chat, people are definitely uh Bill Bastion's won a lot more games than you have. Um, so
Just a little bit.
I'm seeing people chat and put Justin on ROPS for this game, and that would definitely not be a shocker. It'll depend a lot on if he what he thinks Gavin's playing, because I do think
Mm-hmm.
Justin in an event like this is going to try and put his opponent on a deck, and if he puts him on something like Diplo, I could see him selling out at mains again and just going all in after him too.
And that's the thing. Like those are the mind games when it comes down to match play, especially when you know your opponent. You know your opponent has a type of deck that he likes to play. Are you going to put him on that deck squarely on that deck, or do you think he's going to go away from it and play something else? So, but the game is up there on the in the Gamp lobby. Just waiting on Gavin to click join the table, and then we'll have the first game of our top four of the OCS playoffs. Uh, but besides that, okay, it looks like Gavin is ready to join. He just sent his deck list over.
All right.
So again, on tomorrow, like I said, we'll have Bill and Bastion play. Monday, Bill Kafer is going to do his Champion League draft, or the selection for the pools, I would say. And then on Tuesday, make sure you guys tune into Hollow Theater, as we're going to have the Masasi Training Temple on to discuss all of his videos and everything he's been doing for the community in the last I would say like year and a half or so. Like he's been doing a lot, so definitely time that we've got him
Yeah.
on.
Is there's been more Star Wars CCG content on YouTube lately over the last couple of years. There's just been a lot of people doing a lot of really good stuff, and it's awesome to see that go through.
Okay, here we go.
All right.
Game one, OCS playoffs, top four. Gavin versus Justin. Gavin in the chat saying good luck, have fun.
Good call. So Ralops versus Yoda Muni.
I mean, it's almost like we've seen this match 100 times.
Will be will be interesting.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
gonna keep an eye on chat too, because I'm betting there'll be points where they'll remember some fancy things that we don't see.
Yeah. No doubt.
So
Okay.
it's always good to.
Okay. Justin has started his three normal effects: Imperial Rest Order and Secret Plans, Endor Shield, and Insignificant Rebellion. Gavin going with Walkling, I Must Be Allowed to Speak, and Side Torque Cal Fast. So it looks like it is the Team 5 Yoda Communing versus the KTOD ROPS. Ender Shield pull from Justin to go get Admiral Ozzel. General Leia into Gavin's hand with a Rebel Leadership V. Justin using his second Endor Shield pull. He grabs Grand Admiral Thrawn AIV. Yeah, I think you're right, Bill. The fact that Justin is seeing this Team 5 Yoda Communing deck again, I mean, he played it in Worlds, and he knows what he has to do, so.
Yeah, this feels like Justin's in a good position at the start, but you
Mm-hmm.
know,
Yeah, we
the
don't know what's.
the communion always has the chance to just go off quickly. So we'll
Mm-hmm.
see where it goes.
Okay, there's the goldenrod shield from Gavin. That way, when Justin decides he wants to play his Emperor and the shuttle, he'll have to pay 2 for the Emperor there.
Yeah.
Justin activates his 3 force. Raltier giving him 2, while Gavin is giving him nothing. He uses his objective to pull for a site first, so it looks like he doesn't want to go. Like maybe he doesn't want to get the Executor docking bay out there first, but who knows? And that's a good
Might
point,
be he
Jared.
knows he's pulling a sight and he knows he can't miss on the Ralops pull.
Mm-hmm.
And if he's done any sort of tweaking to the deck, he may not want to give that away this early.
That's a good point.
You know, if you know you're going to make the Ralops pull along with the docking bay pull,
Mm-hmm.
you might as well. There's 4 sites and you only activated 3 force. You're not missing on that pull. Although
True.
he did put one down for hand, so he theoretically could have, but it's super unlikely.
Okay, he does deploy the prefix office from his hand. There's the docking bay. He uses masterful move. He's going to pull out a probably a hologram or Dejaric. Yep,
Yeah,
there's the Gick. And there's his starting.
yeah. Go grab a Radu,
So Justin's getting a lot of his activation out on turn 1.
which is definitely good for him. And I think Jared's right. He's probably not playing a straight. I'm sure he's not playing just a team 5 deck. I don't think Gavin. You don't get to top 4 in the OCS and just copy a deck to play it here. Like
True.
he's definitely got his own. Going to have some of his own tech and stuff. And yeah, the masterful move combo definitely a Diplo card
Mm-hmm.
because Ralops tends to run traditional masterful move if they can. So
Justin plays his
you
There Is
might
No
see
Try
some of
shield.
those same sorts of things that I was talking about where there might be some tech cards in here Justin didn't want to give up early.
Mm-hmm. He does get the Imperial Enforcement out turn 1. That's a really good card for him here.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's an important card in this matchup.
Mm-hmm.
So
Gavin also getting out some of his locations early. He's got the Boss Nash Chamber out on turn 1. So getting that in your opening hand is usually pretty good. He's using his Master Yoda game text to pull out the Tatooine Cantina. So there's his 2/2 site. And he's going to go get himself the farm as well.
yeah, so they're both getting a lot of their activation going right away, which
Ooh, wow.
makes for a fun game to watch as they will certainly have enough to do as they please.
Gavin also
Yeah, he's
getting
got to
a
speak
Speak with the
now.
Jedi Council. So, and there is Luke Skywalker, the Last Jedi, going down to Ralatier, turn 1.
Oof.
So he's got his JCC out. So Gavin's got a lot of activation he's going to be able to work with next turn. There's
I mean, giving up the
Luke's lightsaber. So the Jedi Master himself coming down onto Ralatier. Gavin deciding he didn't want to give up that. He gave up that used pile pool with I Must Be Allowed to Speak, but he throws down Luke turn 1 to Relatier. Bill calling Garrett a little old.
I think he's calling my children old at this point, which is definitely, it's. I joke about it at locals when I'm playing against kids that are literally younger than my children. It's a little humbling sometimes to remember just how long I've been playing this game. But yeah, Gavin's start was outstanding. I think he's got all his activation outs.
Yeah.
On turn 1, he foregoes the pull, the farm pull to get Luke down on Reltier right away and just start that pressure. And that's Justin's going to have an answer for that.
Yeah. Do you think he needs an answer right away? Because I mean, it's a drain of 2 there, and I mean, Justin's right now. It looks like he's going to get all 3 of his sight. Like it's possible he gets all 3 of his or 4 of his sights out this turn on Relatier. So he's going to be. He should be able to flip this turn if he wants.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay, that's a good
the
answer.
image was a great answer there to just put it down. And I don't think he has to have an answer right now because I'm not sure he's got a good answer right now for a fully immune Jedi with Saber. Like you really want to be set up
And
first and get your stuff going.
And him playing that battle order there tells me that he's just going to leave that Luke alone. It's only a drain of 1, so if you're Gavin, do you really just want to pay to drain for 1 there? But I don't know. Like you might want to start putting a little bit more pressure on Justin. Justin throwing down Commander Desai by himself to the docking bay. Good thing he's got the Gick in his hand, as that move could be a little risky here with, again, Lando with Vibro Axe could be being played in this deck.
Yeah, but we know he's got the Gick, so it's not really an issue. I think Gavin probably still drains.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's activating literally a third or half of his deck.
True.
Every turn right now. He's got 38 cards down and he can activate 20.
Yeah.
Like paying 3 to drain you for 1 still leaves you 17 force. And you don't have a threat you need to respond to with that 17 force right now. This is probably either reinforce Luke, throw another Jedi at another site, and then pick some up. But there's no immediate danger for Gavin, and pushing any sort of damage through is important because RelOps can cycle a lot of cards.
True.
But they're not necessarily retrieving a ton. The enforcement is good for retrieval, but it's only getting you back your characters. And
I mean, Justin does
just
have
pounding damage is important.
And Justin's okay with losing some cards because he has the ability to swap with whenever he draws Battle Destiny, so that's not as bad.
Yeah, like Justin can lose cards because he has the ability to go get them again, but it's still he's swapping, he's not retrieving, so it's still lost force.
True. Okay, so Gavin is going to drain.
Okay, so there went the other Imperial Enforcement. So I don't think Justin's going to make any effort to get that back, but it's still a resource at this point. So I expect Gavin drained. I expect Gavin to deploy somebody here.
Now, do you think that Justin getting out all 4 of his sites is the best play there, because like he's giving Gavin a lot of locations that he can go to prevent Justin from flipping.
I don't think Gavin wants to spread out too much because there is, and Drew's saying exactly what I was starting to say, that, if you spread too much, Justin's also activating a bunch of force.
Mm-hmm.
And Justin can drop a bunch of force on a single guy.
True.
Like Luke right now alone, yeah, Luke's power 5 and he's going to get a destiny and he can cause a redraw and he'll hit somebody with the saber and he'll probably cost Justin 2 guys if Justin drops on him. But if Justin drops 5 guys there, it's still going to be ugly. And at 17 force and everything else, he certainly still can.
Yeah, to answer the question in the chat, the red card on the site is the image of the Dark Lord V, so it is only a drain of 1 there. Gavin decides he wants to go a little wide here with General Leia Organa. Gets out Leia's gun. That's a really good card in this matchup.
Yeah. I'm actually almost more confident leaving her alone than Luke.
Mm-hmm.
Because she'll have the leadership to back her up and either add 1 or limit. She's completely eliminating a guy with the gun. Like, well, Leia's a very strong card there, and I see he moves Luke over with her, so that might be, again, a site Justin can ignore, but he also, by consolidating, he allows Justin to flip, and that's going to be tough.
And the fact that he moved away from the street is probably the most important site for Justin, because it allows him to move his characters around during the move phase and for free.
Yeah. I don't know that but he needs to cause damage. And the street being a drain 1 is a weaker, it's going to be harder for him to cause damage. Like, if Justin can move his guys to and from the street for free, that's cute, but it also puts Gavin in a worse spot where Justin can drop the world and spread out and then consolidate for free at the street versus having to take 2 turns to consolidate for free at the street and then move to Gavin.
Mm-hmm. Well, E-Scrapper, you're in luck. Tomorrow we're going to see Bastion Winklehouse versus Bill Kafer in our second top 4 match. Again, that one will be streamed over on the Justin Miyashiro channel. And then joining Justin is going to be Drew Lichtenstein for his co-commentary. So definitely looking forward to that match tomorrow. Back to this game. Justin misses a pool with Commander Desai, so no shuttles for him just yet.
But 23 force is such a load.
Yeah. Okay, there's a
Vader's
so much
to come out here.
Ozzel going down in front of Luke and Leia. I don't think he's going to stick around.
I think he's just a placeholder there.
Yep, Mara J with lightsaber going down to the street. And I think he still needs, 2 more Imperials? Okay, there's the Emperor's personal shuttle.
Yeah, he needs... Yeah, well, probably just 1, because he can move... He throws 1 at the city, and then move Desai to the docking bay to flip, and then move Ozzel to the docking bay as well to take off. Although Vader's shuttle's got a permanent pilot, so he's only adding 1.
True. Thrawn to the Emperor's shuttle. Still has 10 force to work with. Now, Gavin is going to have a lot of force next turn because, like you said, he's activating 20. He's got 6 cards in his life force. So he's got 26 cards in his reserve deck, 6 cards in his force pile. So he's going to have a lot to work with.
He is, but he's got to balance. Like we already
Oh,
saw
that is a
Justin.
big card.
Yeah, but like we already saw Justin go get the Gick.
Mm-hmm.
So Gavin's got to balance the how much does he want to drop on any individual site because you're not going to overflow, and finding that balance point is going to be tough.
Interesting. Gavin uses his once per game Yoda retrieval there to retrieve the I am part of the living force from his lost pile.
I'm wondering if he wanted that not necessarily that 5, but wanted a 5.
Mm-hmm.
More specifically, wanted to just get another card in his reserve deck if he's going to be dropping another guy in a saber and battling. Like he's activating 20 cards. Like how much do you have to save?
Okay,
So
so
he might just want cards in reserve.
so
So Justin takes off.
yep, and he leaves Thrawn alone, Mara Jade alone, but then you have Piet, Ozzel, and Desai at the docking bay. So the Imperial Decree is in effect here.
Yep.
I
So
mean,
again, Gavin's going to pay 3 to drain for 1. Now I'm not as positive he does that this turn.
mm-hmm.
Without seeing his hand, I'm not sure. I mean, he's going to have 25 force to work with in a
The
hand of
destiny
12.
of the starting interrupt is a 5. Okay. Gavin activates all 20, so he's going to have a lot of force to work with this turn, and he's got a 12 card hand. We know that one of the cards in Justin's hand is the Gick. So let's see what Gavin does here this turn.
He's given a reveal again just to see what his destiny looked like.
And he did shuffle up his deck there.
Yeah, but he was. I mean, the that living force was 6 cards down. Like it wasn't like he was worried about necessarily tracking to that 5.
Mm-hmm.
It's more. I think he wanted to see if there was any huge danger cards in there, like real bad destinies, or if he still had a weapon in there
Mm-hmm.
to go get. So, um,
Okay, so Gavin is
yeah,
still in his
Silverglen.
activate.
Yeah, Silverglen saying that spread out, do 2 beatdowns so you can grab the Gick and then try and find a third. And that's Justin certainly left openings there.
Mm-hmm.
Thrawn and Mara are cute, but they're still only power, 7 plus a destiny after you factor in the ROPS bonus.
True.
So if you're hitting them with the saber, it's going to it can get ugly quick.
Yeah, and Justin points out another good card for Gavin here. Run, Luke, run might be in effect. So I'm assuming
Yeah.
Gavin's got something in his hand here, but I don't think Justin does what he does there, like him leaving Mara and Tarkin by themselves without something else.
Yeah, I mean, he's got 1 Gick.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be tough for Gavin to overflow both of them on the same turn.
Okay,
Like you can get one of them easily enough with the a guy with the saber. assuming you have that match in hand.
Mm-hmm.
But if you don't get sabers at both locations, they both have a ton of forfeit, and you might not be able to force that second gick.
True. Okay. So we see Gavin go with 3PO hitting his parts showing down to the Boss Nash chamber. Here we go. Qui-Gon Serene Jedi going down to the spaceport docking bay. Gavin uses Sitor now fast. There's the saber.
And him going there feels like telegraphing a run Luke run.
Mm-hmm.
Because frankly, either Mara's site or Tarkin's site is ostensibly better.
True.
So I think he wants the run Luke run battle and just wipe that site.
You could also go with, if he goes down with somebody to the spaceport street to fight Mara, like it gives you options for the run Luke run.
Yeah.
But we'll see what Gavin's going to do here. He still has 17 cards in his force pile.
Yeah.
Now the other thing is he's only got 6 cards in his reserve deck, so that's essentially 2 swings and a destiny or 2. Like at most that's 2 swings and 2 destinies. So like if he has a meditation here, that could come into play. But I doubt you would waste the meditation on a Gick, unless you really want to make sure that you get the Gick and you can grab it.
And that might be it. Plus, if he's got the meditation in hand, doing it now to make that happen isn't terrible when you can just go get it back with Qui-Gon.
True.
That next turn. So I do think he's setting up the run Luke run battle, because otherwise I think I would have. I'm a little curious because he could have set up the run Luke run battle for next turn potentially by dropping Qui-Gon at Tarkin,
Mm-hmm.
wiping Tarkin off the site, and then moving Qui-Gon in front of the docking bay and forcing that battle. So Bill making the same point I did, because he and I are on one wavelength.
Okay,
so he's doing Anakin to...
coming down from hand.
All right.
Let's see, up Chewie with Bowcaster coming down, so it is.
Yeah, he had a handful of cards.
Yep. Oh no! Sense and a recoil and fear.
That's mean.
That is mean, because now Justin might not have his Gick. He's putting back 5 cards and then drawing 5 cards.
And honestly, equally important for Gavin is he now has a full reserve deck.
Yeah.
He's no longer limited to those 6 cards, because I could definitely see him now doing the battle plus battle.
Well, the only thing is, like, he
doesn't have the run. He may not have gotten the run. Or he might have gotten into it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he might have not had it to begin with and taken a shot at it. So,
how mean has Sense and Recoil and Fear been lately?
Yeah, I feel like Bill just got twitchy when that got played.
How many turns was it that Joe played it on Bill in that one game?
I think Joe played it on him 3 times to slow down the TTO build.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And there's the free Owen and Baru, just because they're free. Probably move them into the cantina and try and get a drain. Oh, not even going to move them in.
Okay, here we go. Battle at the Spaceport Street. Chewie with Bowcaster, Anakin Skywalker, Padawan Learner versus Grand Moff Tarkin. Chewie's going to take a pot shot at Tarkin. Draws a 6. That's definitely going to hit the Moff.
I think he got him.
And draws a Hojix for a 7 total weapon destiny. So, and Tarkin's only destiny 3. So yeah, definitely hit him.
Yeah. Yep, Drew talking about leaving him The recoil stopped him from getting close called, which was important.
He plays the sorry about the mess combo to go ahead and make Tarkin lost.
I actually don't hate that play at all
Yeah, because that flips
because then it flips
Justin
him
back
back
now. Yeah.
and it lets Gavin keep Anakin and Chewie.
Mm-hmm.
Like otherwise, he was losing one of them. Although chat just pointed out appropriately that Hujik's being drawn there means he doesn't have it if Owen and Baru get jumped.
Yeah. But I mean, Justin has a 5 card hand, so we'll see.
Yeah, this battle surprises me a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Qui Gon will swing at Piet. Draws a 1 for the first Destiny. Draws a 4 for the second one.
So that's a hit, forfeit 0.
Well, yep, Justin. Piet is hit.
So now
I would have.
plus
I
2
would
to
have
the
liked
battle
the.
destiny.
I think I would have liked the sorry bomb combo here more. Okay, Justin has a masterful move and Endor occupation in his hand, so he goes and gets
I'm
himself a Gick.
like I said, I think the sorry combo play was Anakin and Chewie are both important enough. You don't want to lose either one of them.
Mm-hmm.
So you're probably not.
Oof.
I mean, you might be able to overflow. Ouch.
No, no overflow. That one.
No, I mean, you might have been able to overflow Tarkin
Yeah.
and potentially force the Gick, but it wasn't a guarantee.
Okay, Justin will use his enforcements to redraw the fifth brother into his hand. Draws a 6. Oof. So Justin's going to have.
Justin's going to have 4 power on him.
Yeah.
That one. I know Silvergun doesn't love the sorry play. I'm not. I understand the sorry play. I don't love the start of that battle.
Yeah.
With the
and
with
Justin
the damage
will
like
not
that.
be able to retrieve. But
yep.
He does win the battle. Gavin is going to have to lose 4 here. Justin is going to lose multiple characters though, as Piet was hit, and then Gavin had Battle Destiny of 3. Even though he drew a 1, Qui-Gon Serene Jedi adds +1 for each weapon destiny that is not canceled, as long as he's alone. So,
yep.
And that's a good point, Justin. In the chat, he's saying that Owen and Baru better watch out because we know that Justin has characters in his hands, and that's just the thing. Like if you can come down with somebody and beat down on Owen Baru, Justin might not look as bad. Okay, Gavin lost Mace Windu, Skywalker's Class of Sabers, and Lando with Vibro Axe, all from his deck.
Yeah, like if Justin's got like a Vader Enforcer Vader right now,
that would be really bad.
It'd be real bad. Like I'm without the Hujiks, I don't love the Owen and Baru play. Unless he's got like a escape pod in hand and he's just waiting on it. I don't love 4 power, maybe draws a Battle Destiny all by itself.
Yeah.
That feels like an opening yourself up play, especially against Ralops with, Justin's only got 6 cards in hand, but this is big Imperials build.
Yeah.
So those 6 cards could easily be 2 or 3 4+ power Imperials.
Now, I do like him moving the Owen and Baru into the Cantina. 1, because they move for free. And 2, that makes it so that Justin can't come down with like Blizzard Walker and Veers to beat them down. He has to have he has to come down with just a straight character. Now, like, we know he has the 5th brother, so the 5th brother could come down and get rid of that drain of 2 there. So we'll see what Justin wants to do. The other thing is, with Mara Jade being left alone there, Imperial Decree is why it's still in effect.
Yeah.
So Jessen's not going to be able to drain for free, and he turns off all those drain bonuses that Gavin has. So all those drains on Ralatir are just drains of one.
Yeah. No, I think Gavin's going to struggle to shut off Decree because he doesn't have any space right now.
Yeah.
Like
He swapped.
Chewie's on table.
He swapped for an Emperor with a Tarkin. So okay, fifth brother and Tarkin going down to the Cantina.
Yep.
And General Veers, interesting.
Forfeit fodder.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, straight power. Like,
Yeah.
he's got him by.
Yeah, he knows that the Hojix is in the deck, so why not?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he draws 2 Battle Destiny there.
Although it'd be interesting if the Ona Lars text comes into play. If he's got a run Luke run to suddenly run in a power 20 Luke.
Yeah,
pretty amazing.
I agree, but I mean, he's got the Gick in his hand,
Not
too.
quite 20, I mean 13, but yeah, it'd be.
Oh,
Man,
and he
add
adds
another one.
another
Ooh.
Destiny with an Imperial Command.
Yeah, that's. And Gavin,
Wow.
without anything to move away,
Mm-hmm.
seems.
And
I don't love grabbing command.
no, I don't like it either because that's even if he now he can't escape pod combo.
Against Ralops, you almost always want to grab lost interrupts.
Yeah.
Because you don't want them abusing those.
Okay, first Destiny is a 2. Justin will cancel it and cause a redraw. The Ninth Sister goes into his hand. Oh, here we go. Draws a 5.
This is where it gets ugly.
Yeah. It's going to be a 3. So
Yep.
that brings his total up to 19 so far.
And a 4.
23.
So. Oof. Against Ralops,
Okay, Gavin
I
goes
think
through
you
all
grab
5.
Gick. I mean, somebody in chat just said, what do you grab against Ralops? I think you're looking at Gick or lost interrupts that are just generally a little bit nastier, and they can keep replaying because you go get them back with Insignificant Rebellion.
Okay, Justin will retrieve the Emperor with Imperial Enforcement. He's got
That's
5.
just how I've played against drops quite a bit.
Okay,
and
Justin
what I generally
will
see
lose Veers. And Gavin has 9, and he will peel 9. There goes his interrupt. Qui-Gon, Luke, Harvest from his hand. Rey, Mace Windu's lightsaber, and Blaster Deflection. Were you looking for me? And another Rey. So
I'm actually a little surprised he lost Veers instead of the fifth brother.
Mm-hmm.
Because like Veers plus Tarkin in there is
it's 2 Destiny.
That becomes a scary sight. And just having that drain of 2
True.
is
Well, I mean, Justin.
I guess it's he already lost Lando with Axe, but fifth brother and Tarkin both draw independently. If you're worried about like some sort of Clash of Sabers beatdown.
That's a good point. Bill in the chat says, "Who can fight that sight?" I mean, Ray's in the lost pile. Mace has his lightsabers in the lost pile. I can't think of anybody that really can do anything outside of
Mace, who just lost his saber.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's
Lando's gone.
And this way he can get Veers back to go on. I mean, honestly, this feels like at this point for Gavin, it's
Yeah,
minimize differential
I agree. And
because
Justin's at 28 and
that one
what?
hurt.
Well, he did draw a few cards. So let's see. He's at
He's at
currently
27 down right
27.
now.
Yeah, and Gavin only has a 4 card hand. So
Yeah. So Gavin will activate all of it, drain 3, and I guess like
do you? I mean,
unless you got something else to.
yeah. I mean, he can put cards back with Rapio, so I mean, we don't know what he's going to get off the top of his deck.
Yeah.
So he
I'm
could
not
get.
sure not playing the Cantina would have been good. I think the force from the Cantina was important.
Mm-hmm.
I think playing Owen and Baru was a mistake.
Yeah.
But like without having some sort of defense for that, that was a mistake, and peeling 9 there hurt a lot.
Yeah. Yep. And then, like you said, he's only draining for 3 because decree's in effect.
Yep. So
Justin currently has 26 cards in his life force. And it looks like he is just going to drain.
and Silver going in chat saying Justin played well and he doesn't think Gavin did. It's very possible Gavin saw this matchup and said, I'm probably not winning this, and went for the high variance play.
In the chat, Gavin is saying that he knows that the dream bonuses are canceled. He's just doing this for the commentary. Justin's saying, I would do the same as you. So
Yeah, oh no, we all know what's going on with it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we knew it's the bonuses are canceled. He's grinding out the differential because that's all he can do right now is grind the
Okay.
differential.
He
So he went and got
Unita
get Ray
into
back.
a Ray. That's not bad.
Honestly, like, he doesn't have enough cards in reserve to really make it good, but I kind of just want to see Ray followed by a run Luke run battle just to see how. I mean, at that point, you've got Luke at power 13 alone. Like,
Yeah.
make things interesting.
Nope. Ray's gonna go down to the cantina.
Yeah, I mean, Silvergun, I actually think the sorry play was sort of a high variance try and take over Raltier. And I don't think that was a terrible play. It was the follow up I didn't like. I didn't like the battle at the docking bay
Mm-hmm.
where he had to peel 4. And then obviously Owen Abreu, I don't think anybody liked that play.
Gavin got.
I think Gavin's gonna be kicking himself after that one.
I think what happened was Gavin got unlucky in that battle with Qui-Gon. He drew 1. If he has like a Jedi Levitation to take that Mason in his hand, he's in a better spot. If he doesn't draw the 1, he's in a better spot.
The 1 isn't.
And
Even with
Justin
the
drew
plus
kind
2,
of
he
high.
still had. Yeah, but even with the plus 2, he's still got to draw a 5 to actually wipe him off that site, or a 4, because also forfeits for 5.
Mm-hmm.
So he's still got to draw high enough to wipe him off the site, which isn't a given. And yeah, Justin drew high, which was good. I don't know. I would have liked that battle a lot better had he had
Personally,
like the run lip run into it.
yeah. And I think the other thing is, I think Gavin committed a little too hard to Relatier. Because once you're Gavin and you see that Imperial Decree hit the table, you got to go for the Cantina because it's a drain of 2 there.
Well, it's a drain of 1 there.
Well, I'm saying like Gavin having Luke, Leia, and Qui Gon on Ralatir is enough to keep Justin from flipping. Then you go with like Anakin, Chew. You just start putting guys to the cantina to hold it, so that way you can get a drain of two in.
I think if you go too light to Raltier, you run way too much of a risk of just getting beaten on Raltier.
Okay.
Like that's a I'm not sure I agree that you can go too hard to Raltier in this matchup.
Okay.
Like the Cantina drain of one does not win you the game.
Yeah.
It's just flat out that Cantina drain will not be a game ender and winner for you.
True. And
Where if you can take over all of Raltier, you've got a chance because you're getting the same drain on Raltier
mm-hmm.
and forcing him to go to Tatooine where he's not as comfortable necessarily.
Yeah. That's true. I do like what Wolfman put in the chat. In the two battles, Gavin lost 6 cards from Life Force, and Justin lost 3 cards from Table.
Yeah. But like I said, the sorry play makes sense if you're trying to load Raltier with all your guys.
Mm-hmm.
The sorry play in that instance, I understand the logic behind it, especially with the he's got the kick type thing. But the plays after that were, I think, bad and don't follow the same strategy.
True.
If your strategy is I don't want to lose my guys, I want to take over Raltier and have all my guys, then there's no point in putting Owen and Veru down.
Yeah.
And there's no point in doing that Qui-Gon battle. You want to wait for that. I'd assume he's got the Hujix with Rey.
Well, I mean, he played the Sense and Recoil, but then he drew into the Sorry. So I think he got the Sorry.
Yeah.
And then got a little happy and overexcited. But yeah, Justin going down with Isard to the Cantina means he's going to get another Battle Destiny with Tarkin. The only thing that I can see that might be bad here for Justin is he's got to do something with Ozzel and Mara Jade.
Not really. He's got a Gick. And the Cantina battle is going to end up with him controlling the Cantina again for free if he needs it. So, I guess theoretically you can move them away from Leia because the Leia drain is 0 there.
Okay.
Yep, Justin's just trying to end it here.
Yep, 9th Sister coming down. So let's see if Gavin has the Hojix or at least an Escape Pod combo here. I mean, he's got 7 cards in his hand. Blizzard 1 going down in front of Luke. Okay. That's not
which
bad.
will allow him to move the guys in and jump onto Blizzard 1 so they can't get stabbed when they go for that drain block. But
yeah, and I mean Leia's not going to drain for anything.
Yep.
So, and then you block that drain of 1 with where Luke is, so potentially you're only going to lose 2 force. Okay, Justin draws a 5 for the first Destiny. Let's see what he draws for the second one. He draws a Conquest, and Bill.
I'd assume he targets that.
Yep, and Bill, that's a good point. He can swap for Veers here, and then potentially put Veers onto the Blizzard 1 on his next turn. Oh, there's a close call, so 7-22 for Justin.
I do like the he's in the Cantina swapping for beer though. Let's see where Bill's mind is at. It is Friday afternoon.
I don't think he swapped there. Okay, now just Gavin did draw a run.
Yeah, I don't think he did.
Yeah, he didn't swap.
He might not have a character in hand. He's only got 2 cards in hand. And he dropped Ninth Sister as a
Yeah, he's
kill
got to
shot
lose. He's got to
card.
lose 2 here. Okay, let's see. Does Gavin have the Hojix?
I mean, it's
Yep,
only
he
he did.
does. So Ray goes to the Lost Pile, followed by the Hojix. And now Marjade and Ozzel can run away. Now, do you run away? I mean, yeah, I don't see any reason not to move Marjade. Like it's a drain of 0 there.
Yeah, I'm. I almost don't hate just moving Ozzel and putting him in the walker and basically daring Gavin to try and outpower him by enough to do anything about it,
Mm-hmm.
and leaving Mara there because if you draw another character, Mara gives you that extra 4 power in the battle against Leia.
True.
But it's I don't think either play was bad. I think Justin only having a couple cards to draw
Yeah.
might have decided it wasn't worth the expected gain there isn't high enough to make it worth anything.
Yeah. And Justin does move Mara over, leaves her outside of the walker, and he's going to draw a couple cards here. I mean, he's sitting 24 in life force.
Probably not too many. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, he'll probably draw a couple, but again, like, there's no need. Gavin's going to drain him for 2, and okay. Gavin playing the we're doomed just to try and stack a 5 and not not getting anything out of that. So
Mm-hmm.
life force right now, Gavin's got 13 down and 5 in hand. Justin's got 23 down and 4 in hand, but Justin's got a pretty commanding lead on board state. He's got
Yeah.
decree in effect, and he's not paying for his drains where Gavin is.
Yeah. And like I said, at most, Gavin's going to only do 2 drains of 1 and 1 this turn.
Yep. I mean, with Mara sitting outside, if Gavin's got another character, I don't hate going for the battle on routes here.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'd be a lot more comfortable in Gavin's shoes if he hadn't peeled 9 to that battle in the cantina
Yeah.
and was sitting here staring at, well, I'm going to take over a route here and have all of the sites with a guy at it, and then be able to, try and hit and run with Ray or whoever at the cantina if Justin had to spread out.
Mm-hmm.
It's and I do think that might have been his plan, and then he just got the sense recoil, got him the sorry, and he got just didn't changed his plan, and he swapped things up on the fly and just didn't see where he was going with it.
Yeah. So checking up on Life Force, like you said, 14 to 23. The other thing is Justin is currently almost double on time of what Gavin is at. Gavin at 16 minutes and about 30 seconds. Justin 32 minutes or almost 33 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, Gavin's been. I think at this point, Gavin is trying to figure out and think through just lowering differential by as much as he can and see what he can do and figure out if he's got a dark side that can beat Justin by 24.
Yeah.
Like that'll be its own question.
He does activate 10. and he 3POs. He is in his control phase. He has yet to drain or anything. So, but he does save 3 cards in his reserve deck.
Like I said, I could see the battle with Luke here.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, even if as long as he knows what that bottom card is, if he's got a 6 down there, I could see him starting that battle just to wipe him off route here.
Yeah. Justin loses the binder from his hand, and Solo going down to the Cantina.
All right.
And we know that he's got like the sorry about the mess in his deck. He's got, or in his lost pile, he's got the Clash of Sabers in his lost piles as well. Okay, Luke gonna swing. Draws a 5. Needs a 1 or higher here.
I don't think he's got any zeros left in there, so
Yep, BB-8 should do it. Now
that'll
the
get
other thing
there.
is, if Justin has a close call in his hand, that's not good because he can just close call this Destiny. Also, will stick around, and it'll only be power 5.
Yeah, I mean, he'll not only will Ozzel stick around, Gavin will lose 5 force in the battle.
Yeah,
he started, and that's, I mean, I'm running on the assumption that he does something to kill Mara here.
yeah. Now we did see that. Okay, Solo's
so he's soloing. Yep. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Did he get the Hujix back? I mean, like Solo looks like he's in kind of a dangerous position.
Yeah.
Right there.
Sorry.
Like,
I mean, Justin we saw him draw a. Oh, he can't. He doesn't draw Destiny.
Yeah, no, Justin won't draw Destiny now, but he's still power 9, and Ozzel forfeits for 5. Like,
yeah. Okay, we did see Justin.
That was why I was saying, like, he could have just moved Ozzel and not been too scared. Yeah. Like, you're probably not getting overflowed.
Okay, there's a 6.
There's a 6.
The chat is saying that he got it back with 3PO. He walkling and then got it back. Okay, so. Yep, Ozzel goes lost. The Blizzard Walker sticks around. But now Solo.
Like yeah. Ozzel's plus 1 more from the prefect's office.
Yep.
So I wonder if Gavin might have forgotten about that because I think he was counting on.
I mean, you could just click on the character.
Yeah. All right. So he's got the Hujix for the Solo.
Yeah.
Not sure why he's expecting Justin to censor alt or something, but
yeah,
might just be because. I mean, Justin really only has 3 cards in hand. Like, gotta do something.
And Gavin's got the 3PO out, so.
Yeah, well, it's more like Solo's not gonna. You can't keep him from getting Decree in effect. Like, Solo alone isn't gonna hold.
Yeah.
The Cantina. So.
Loses a Blaster Deflection to his drain at Iriaidu. I mean, the Decree's saving Justin 2 force a turn right now.
Oh, the Decree's huge.
And the other thing is, with Justin having characters in the Cantina, he doesn't have to pay for drains. Okay, Palpatine going down to the Moisture Farm.
I mean, he's really only draining for.
He's draining for 1.
1.
Yeah.
Like, because Gavin keeps going after his guys, but it's still free damage is free damage. Yeah, Justin's just drawing, basically putting down Palpatine to enforce Decree again, and.
Yeah, that being the.
Justin's got to draw
he had. I mean.
That might have been like Justin's probably got to draw some, even though it hurts his differential, just to keep his.
I mean, but Justin still. I mean, he had to think about winning this game. So even if you lose a little bit of differential here and there, as long as you win the game, you're in a good spot.
Yeah, and that's what he's got to do is win the game right now.
Yeah.
and see where it goes. So he did stop drawing after just a couple. So I'm assuming that means he got some pieces to what he needs.
Mm-hmm.
Because yeah, I mean Gavin can activate all of it and drain for 3 here, but like he's still got
He's
to
only
come up
got
with
a
some
3-card
solution for
hand.
Solo. Yeah,
But then, like you said, you leave Solo by himself with like no backup. I mean, he still has the Hojix, so it's
I
not
mean
that
he's got
bad.
the Hujix, but it's once you lose Solo, you're giving up that as a drain of 2,
Yeah.
and Justin isn't going to be paying for those drains.
Okay, so activates everything but one.
Double check on what that one is and hope Justin doesn't have his close call.
Well, he did draw a 6 last turn for Destiny, so I'm assuming that it could be the 6 again. No, no, it wouldn't be the 6.
As I say no, because
Yeah,
there were cards on top of that. So
yeah, and he 3PO'd.
yep.
Okay, drain of 1. Justin loses command. Putting cards
Plays
back.
both feet just to cycle a card back.
Yeah.
The drain of 1.
Loses masterful move and indoor occupation
From
off the top.
reserve.
Yeah.
Memory serves, that next card might actually be his close call.
Mm-hmm. Okay, there is Padme coming down. Forgot about Padme.
Yeah, I mean, I guess. Like, okay, she holds a. She keeps him from being too beat down, but it doesn't really.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if they just sit and stare at each other at that site, Justin wins the long game because he's not paying for his drinks.
True.
So like Padme.
And
I'd
eventually,
like that Padme play a lot better if he didn't lose 9-0 in a brew.
I think we like how he
Padme.
played this game if he didn't lose the 9-0 in Baruthi. The other thing is, like, there's going to be a point where Gavin can't pay to drain.
Yep.
Like, right now he's able to drain for all 3 of those drains, but there's going to be a point where he can only drain for 2 and then 1. So.
Yeah. Yeah, Bill. I mean, it is weird to look at this board state and go, all right, Justin's entire planet that his whole deck is based around is completely overrun by his opponent.
Yeah.
And yet the commentators are sitting here and saying, well, Justin's won this game. It's really just a matter of by how much. Like, it doesn't feel like that's how it should happen.
Yeah. Okay, so Justin does activate. He activates all but 1. Now, he did peek at his Destiny a couple times there, so he knows what he's getting into.
Yep.
And he'll drain.
And why not? It's free.
Yeah, Justin loses.
And there went the Hujix.
Yeah, losing that Hojix. I don't know.
I'm.
And a restraining bolt.
I don't know that I love that.
Yeah.
I don't know that I love losing the Hujix. Like I'm.
But I mean, Mara Jade's in the lost pile, so you don't really have to worry about any weapons. The forfeit value of Solo and Padme is pretty good. And where are you going to fight if you're like, where's Justin going to fight?
Yeah, no, I get it. I'm just. That's the quickest path to victory for Justin is an overflow battle.
I don't think Justin cares about being quick or anything. I mean, he's got a 19-minute advantage on timer. The game, like he's dictating the flow of this game at this point.
Yeah, Oh, he absolutely is, and it's Justin's game to lose at this point, and Justin is far too good of a player to lose when he's in such an advantaged position.
Mm-hmm.
So, but at the same time, like a battle at the cantina now, he can potentially put Gavin in a position where he can only lose Solo or Padme, and then
Mm-hmm.
next turn it gets ugly. Like he doesn't need the Hujix right now, but there is the potential he will need it next turn.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah,
A little bit of
Gavin.
banter in between the players right now.
Yeah. And I mean Gavin can get a couple more force out of this potentially. But we'll see what happens here. We're in deploy. I don't know what Justin's thinking about doing right now.
Yeah.
So, and
While
Bill,
we,
yes, I believe they are playing both games,
yeah,
or
I
that
think
was the
that's
plan.
while we're at a little bit of a break in action, Garrett. Why don't you go ahead and give us a token for today's game?
Hmm. Like I really like to be something that was real impactful in the game. And last time I did this, we did Sense Recoil because it was clearly such an impactful card in Bill's last match. Bill says Owen and Baru.
Yeah,
I was actually thinking sorry about the mess. I mean, sorry about the mess in blaster proficiency. He
we've
used it twice,
I don't know, like
definitely.
I feel like we've done sorry about the mess and blast proficiency multiple times.
All right.
But I mean, when was the last time somebody
Have
actually
we
played
done
Owen and Baru?
Grand Moff Tarkin V?
Probably. Owen and Baru is just something different. I like to do different cards that we don't
All
normally
right.
see. So yeah, let's go with Owen and Baru, Baru or Lars.
That works.
So
Uh,
Blizzard 4 in front of Luke here. I don't know, like
just block the drain.
I know it's just blocking the drain, but
I mean, it theoretically blocks the drain twice, though, because
true.
it blocks the drain, and if he battles, you just lose the empty Blizzard 1,
Yeah.
and you're fine with that.
I was just about to say, you just lose the Blizzard 1 because you can still forfeit it for its forfeit value. Okay,
Yeah,
there goes a trample from Justin's hand.
which makes sense, as I don't think there's any, like, you're not dropping him in front of. All right, so
BB-8
there's
there,
BB.
that's a little bit more damage.
Yep, just keep the plink going, basically.
Yeah. Gavin, I don't think Gavin adequately figured out, like, he should have been able to drain again one more, at least one more turn,
Well,
time there.
he might be saving. Like I could definitely see him moving Leia over in front of the walkers,
True.
so he could battle and just shoot away Blizzard 4 and end it
Yeah.
and get that drain back, or shoot Blizzard 1 and end it so Blizzard 4 has to go away.
Yeah. I mean, the only thing, though, is Justin's going to be able to, he could easily just move Leia, or
Them
move away
away.
from Leia. Yeah.
Yeah. But if he moves away from Leia, then he's no longer blocking the drain twice
Mm-hmm.
because he can't move the empty walker. And Leia's doing zero good at the street right now.
True.
Like she can't drain there, she can't do anything there. There's no value in her sitting there. So moving her in to threaten something is better than nothing.
And Gavin is under 10 minutes on his timer. He does go into his move phase, so let's see what he's going to do here. Nope, Leia's just going to stick around there at that one site.
Okay. Might have been trying to figure out if he had anything useful.
Yep, he draws a few cards. He's got 8
Like
cards
he knew
left
what
in
the
his
top one
office.
was from communing, so it might have
Yeah.
been something helpful.
Yeah, I think if Justin,
Justin just activates a few, leaving 3
I don't know
in
why you would
reserve.
leave 3 there unless you're going to try and get multiple destinies somewhere. I mean, Justin is still draining for 2, so Gavin's going to lose 2 this turn. Uh, Now, on the flip side, Justin's going to. Gavin can only pay to drain for 2 times here. Okay. It
Yep.
could be worse. And Justin can't grab it. Oh
But
my
Justin plays
gosh!
it's worse.
Okay, changing the token. It's worse.
Yeah, that was
Oh my gosh.
and pays 7. Wow.
As 8, and he still has to pay. He has to lose for the drain.
That was yeah, even Gavin. Like, all right, well, that's
Yeah, I think we have a GG. Well played in the chat. Uh, but holy crap.
I will say Gavin lost from a few cards from hand. I don't love
Yeah,
that just because I think if you're gonna call it, you keep those cards in hand, so you lessen your cards in lost by a little bit.
yeah.
But no, in chat, I mean, they called it accurately that Gavin, other than the couple early massive brain farts, has really slowed this down and made it a game.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
Like, and that's kind of what I was saying is if Gavin had been able to just, if Gavin doesn't do that Owen and Baru play and instead just takes over Reltier and can fight over Reltier, I think it would have been an interesting game.
Gavin in the chat says, I should have known you would know my love for It Could Be Worse and Owen and Baru. My friends or my downfall. So we have Blizzard
I'm
4 battling against Luke.
I guess I like the idea of the OG. It's worse
Yeah.
just for it's a Destiny 6 and you could just ping it to hit them for 1. I'm not sure I love the combo. Yeah, the combo might have been you get 1 less Destiny, but it's easy to cycle. Although in
Yeah, but it's such a.
ROPS so much cycles by itself, you don't need to worry about it.
Yeah, and the other thing, if you cycle it, it definitely telegraphs it. Like the
Yeah.
fact that he was able to keep that hidden from him was so much. Okay,
Oh, that
so
was nuts.
yeah, it's either now he loses Luke or so Blizzard 1 is going to go away. Justin's going to retrieve 1 here.
Even Imperial.
Yeah.
Yeah. All Gavin can do at this point is, and you could just lose the 2 and end the game.
He can't even drain. Like he's not
Yeah,
going to
you
be able
can
to
cause
drain.
1
So
damage
yeah,
with
I think you
you can
just
cause the
take
damage
the
with BB, and that's it.
yeah. I think you just take the damage. Yep,
Yeah.
and that's what he's going to do. So Justin Desai is going to win game 1. It looks like he wins by 18.
Yep.
So let's see what the player is going to do, and we'll let you guys.
18 and then 34 and lost to Gavin, 15 for Justin.
Plus 18.
Just kind of watching chat, see if they're gonna start the next one right away or. Okay, looks like there's a discussion. They may. Okay, yep.
Justin's saying let's do it, so he's down.
So Gavin's giving up a soccer game to pull out a win by 19.
And 19's not terrible.
19 feels a lot more manageable than the 24 we were talking about
Yeah.
earlier. That was a. Well, they got it going right away. Okay, so Gavin with ROPSv versus Legend for Justin.
Okay. Wow, they really went right into it.
Yeah, they jumped right into it. So
And again, this is a matchup that we saw Justin play at Worlds. Like he played both of these two decks, so I think Gavin's
uh,
going to have an uphill battle. I mean, unfortunately,
yeah,
but I think Gavin is a good player. He's good enough that if he makes the right plays, he has a chance. So Gavin going with Imperial Arrest Order non-combo in Indoor Shield. Justin going with Walkling and Strike Planning. And it
yeah,
looks like,
this is
and he started the Moss
definitely a
Castle
game
site.
that makes sense because he doesn't have enough space to spread out on systems, and he's going to want to
Yeah.
just take a Radu. Plus, a Radu is a drain two system,
Yeah.
anyways. So
Again, this is our second game of our top four matchup.
yeah, Bill, I'd agree that this is gonna. I mean,
It's going to be a grind.
Gavin's got an uphill battle no matter what. This was going to be a this was going to be a battle.
Yeah.
So
Got Goldenrod and both grabbers out for both of our players. Gavin does get an extra one more force than Justin at the start of the game, so he activates 4. Bill, our most talkative person in the chat today. So glad to see everybody else who is in here as well. Again, watching our Bill language. Okay, so there's the prefix office coming down for Gavin, as well as the executor docking bay.
yeah, Bill, this is a family friendly stream. That's why I couldn't joke about my trophies. So
Admiral Piet going down to the docking bay. Again, tomorrow, I believe it's tomorrow morning. Bill Kafer versus Bastion Winklehouse on the Justin Miyashiro channel. Definitely looking forward to that stream. Gavin going down with Admiral Piet down to the docking bay, and Commander Desai and Admiral Oswald to the prefix office. So he's going to put a little bit of pressure on Justin. And Bill, yes, you were good on stream. I was very proud of you.
and I think the pressure he's got to do that. I mean, again, he's got to win by 18 plus.
Yeah.
You know, this is not going to be an easy.
No.
ROPS is not a deck that wins by 20 that often.
Very true.
So he's got to try everything.
Does Drew come back and yell at everybody when they do something wrong? Is he the type of person who does that, Bill?
I feel like Drew very politely says it. Like Drew doesn't strike me as the kind of guy who yells at people.
Yeah.
Like I think he's a Tony Dungy style coach. He's very quiet and like does the compliment sandwich like, Bill, you played awesome. Why did you move the Falcon? But Bill, you played awesome. Like that's how I see Drew as
I like that.
as a coach.
Okay, so here we go. Justin's turn 1. There's the saddle going down to Octo. He's going to get himself an episode 7 Luke. Goes down for 3. And a projection of the Skywalker on the prefix office. So negates that drain of
I mean,
1.
Legend is going to run a couple of those, so you knew that was going to potentially come down. So he turns that drain to a drain of 0.
Yeah.
For the moment. I mean, that's.
And Justin's going to draw some. Again,
I think the big question here is going to be, is Gavin running Decree the same way Justin was. Like,
Yeah, that could come into play here.
I think that probably comes into play decently.
Well, I mean,
Although, I mean, he's
once
only going to
you're
have Ray who has a saber.
yeah. Okay, there's Vader's personal shuttle with Commander Desai, and he's going to go get a docking bay with the Imperial Arrest Order. But if you're interested in supporting the PC and giving back to the community, one of the best ways to do that is to donate to the PC. The 2023 donations program is currently open. It started 3 days ago. Garrett, go ahead and guess what you think the most popular deck box is.
I was on the forums, so I think I already know the answer. So I'm not going to give it in off that. And um, my personal favorite is the BB-8. I love
Okay.
that BB-8 looking deck box. I don't think it's necessarily going to be the most popular one to go. I think the most popular is going to probably be Boba Fett,
Yeah, I
just
can
off
see it.
of it's Boba Fett.
Boba Fett.
But I think that BB-8 one's beautiful.
Okay, Colonel David John going down to the spaceport street. This is going to allow Gavin to flip this turn. All he's got to do is move Admiral Piet down to the docking bay and then consolidate some of those characters around. I don't know. I think my personal favorite is like I'm glad to see that we got Thrawn. Like Thrawn has been one of my favorite Star Wars characters since he was introduced. Uh, I'm a little sad that we didn't get like an old man Luke or a Maul, but
Yeah.
I mean, my favorite one is definitely uh, Vader. Easily, like nothing's gonna top the Vader. But got the okay from our marketing czar. We're gonna give away some Gemp AI packs. So let's see. Need a good question, Garrett.
Hmm. This is why you guys do this, and I'm just the color commentary because you didn't tell me I was going to be
Well, I
having
didn't
to come
realize
up
that
with
we
a
were gonna.
test.
I didn't realize we were gonna have some
Um,
Gemp stuff to give away. But
all right, so we talked about who played, that Justin played these at Worlds.
mm-hmm.
Why don't we? I'm going to force somebody to go looking for the answer too because I don't know it offhand. But
I was gonna say,
why
why
don't
don't
we
we?
ask
Here, I got a
what
question.
decks? Go for it.
What did Garrett play at Worlds day one?
Why would you want them to look up terrible decks? I was going to ask him what Justin played in his second World Championship.
Oh, that's a good one. But yeah, we'll do
Like,
that.
let's
Okay.
talk about the players,
Yeah, first person
not
to say what
my dumb
Garrett
answers.
played. Okay, Bill wins a pack, and then the second one we'll give away another one. Whoever besides Bill tells us what Justin played in his second world champion. Day 2 or day 3?
Let's go day two. I always kind of consider day two as the big,
Okay.
that's where you play against the field
Mm-hmm.
instead of the more matchup based stuff.
Okay.
So,
So somebody besides
and yeah,
Bill.
Bill called it correctly. I played TTO and Evo, which would have been better deck choices if I'd have not made horrible mistakes a few games, but
That's fair.
they were fun.
Okay, so Justin went ahead and deployed Rey All the Jedi with Anakin Saber, General Leia Organa with a Jedi lightsaber, and BB-8 all down to Maz's castle. Justin Branch is saying he played Naboo, CRV, and Senate. Okay, Garrett, you got to confirm that.
All right, that's good. This is why we don't give me jobs to do because I don't prepare for them. What year did Justin win his other worlds in?
That I'll help you with in a second.
I was thinking it was.
While I'm doing that, why don't you go ahead and give some commentary?
All right. So yeah, I was gonna go look in the history. So Looks like he went for a
2015.
shuttle with Desai and missed. So really, it's just total guess. All right. Yeah, Bill, don't play Evo tomorrow. You made it this far. Don't just give it away. That Evo was fun, but it's not good. Um, so dropping Coward to try and slow down some retrieval. I think.
Yep, I think that's a good move.
Yeah, I mean, if Gavin's not playing Decree, I think Justin's gonna, stack there for a little bit, and I don't see Radu out. I don't see another system. He's gonna put it on Justin to find Jakku and get it out, which I think is probably not a bad play. Oh, Bolt on BB-8.
Oh wow! I mean, we saw him
That's
play it in his light side, so why not play it in your dark side?
Yeah.
You know what? Psyched here. I'm going to give it to you. He played Naboo CRV and Throne Room Mains. I can't find his day. I found his day 3. Oh, okay. Yeah, he played Naboo CRV and Throne Room Mains.
So Vinay,
So congrats to
go
Psyched
grab EPP Vader, and
okay, things are about to get spicy.
yeah, it's spicy, but
Justin can easily just flip his objective, turn off the Vader's
yeah,
lightsaber, and then he'll have 2 lightsabers on his own. I don't like this move.
I don't like this play at all.
Yeah.
I don't understand the play.
I mean, Justin's draining for what, 2 there?
Yeah, Justin's draining for 2 there, and he bolted BB-8, so he's doing 2 damage.
Out.
Yeah.
That's a good point. Bill's saying in the chat that Gavin likes to reoccur EPP Vader in his ROPS. So he might just be wanting to put Luke out of play and then...
And just start the damage train. But then, I guess, why do you bolt BB-8 there? Because now he just forfeits BB-8 and potentially just walklings him back.
Yeah, okay, Vader is hit. Nope,
Oh,
he's going to subtract 3, so Vader will not be hit. There goes a close call to the lost pile. Okay, swinging up Vonnie with Leia.
Yeah. Which is fine because you just want to hit her and you're not trying to overflow at that point. It's just make sure you don't. Make sure he's got to lose Vader.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Okay, Gavin draws a 5 now.
Which is...
it's going to be canceled and redrawn.
Yeah.
And he still has force projection, so... Okay, that's still going to be a 5. So, Rey and... Okay, Leia were not immune there. There's the force projection. Draws a 4.
Now they are.
So, they're immune, and you're just going to lose BB-8.
Yep.
So, he could easily just play another one.
Yeah. Or like I said, just walkling him back, which is fine, too. You just don't...
Okay.
This is again with Gavin where I'm watching him do something and going, I understand the thought process, but why did you do the other thing you did there?
Now he has to lose 9, so that's going to be Vader in 3. And then
no, because Vonnie covers forfeit. She just can't cover attrition.
That's right. You're right.
That's why he close called the
Vader.
The Anakin saber.
And he did get a close call back, but it was at the expense of Moment of Triumph. So unless he's got the Iriadu in his hand or
I don't think he's going to play. I don't think he's going to play already.
True.
There's right now. He's ahead right now, and
Yeah,
especially with Coward in
you can't
play.
even walkling the BB-8 back.
Yeah, good point. Like
So,
he's giving up a drain of 2, but he's in turn draining for 2.
well, the other thing is Justin is getting the +1 ping from this objective, though.
Yeah.
So Gavin's losing 3 here.
Yeah, I mean, this isn't a. It's still very early. Neither player is in the okay. Well, I'm set up. This is how it's going to go game. But he's in a decent spot, and I think putting out a battleground system is bad because I don't think ROPS loves what they can do to try and take a system from Legend. Like Legend puts out a lot of power at a system.
Yeah. Okay.
And a lot of destinies. So if you can ignore if you can just not let him, not give him a place.
Yeah, and Anakin comes down. Leia passes the saber over to her son, or to her dad. Her son. He looks younger than her.
Well, and yeah, yeah. Okay, so he stole the saber from his trophy. Yeah, see how this works. So it's a Friday afternoon. The jokes don't.
I want to see if
get better after a week.
I want to see if this game's going to end by the time the movie that I have in the background ends.
I can't see what movie it is. You got
the best episode of the best Star Wars movie ever.
You have the Life Day, the original Christmas special.
I have a copy of it, but it's not on this computer. No, it should be the Christmas special, but you're close. Okay, there's Force Push, so he's going to go get a card at the cost of 2 cards in his hand. It was Life Day yesterday. No, it's The Rise of Skywalker. I've literally not seen that movie since I saw it in theaters.
And here's Gavin. Just
yeah.
I like how he's asking Justin if he can concede. Like Justin's going to say no. Like, I want you to play it out.
There we go. Justin saying GG and enjoy the soccer game. Gavin saying GG and good luck in the finals. So Justin Desai will move on to the finals.
Yep. And we'll get to see tomorrow who he faces. If it's going to be Bastion in a battle of a couple.
Yeah. Will it be Bastion Winklehouse, battle of 3-time world champion, or will it be Taco Bell Kafer upsetting the world?
Yeah, it'll be fun to watch tomorrow. Yeah. So I'm hoping I wake up and the wife doesn't have a bunch of plans for me to keep me out of doing things, because it'll be fun to watch. And
definitely,
being able to just sit quietly and listen to Justin and Justin Miyashiro and Drew.
Oh no, we're just gonna be listening to Drew.
Very probably.
If you know Drew, Justin, we're just gonna be listening to Drew. So again,
Justin can definitely talk though.
True.
Well, when you get Justin rolling, he's not a quiet guy. So it'll be interesting. It'll be fun to watch. Good luck to Bastion and Bill tomorrow, and congratulations, Justin Desai, trying to get one more step to another title this year.
Yeah.
So tis good. So all right. Well, I think we can call it a.
Yeah, I think we can.
Call it a broadcast.
Thanks everybody for tuning in. Garrett, thank you for co-hosting it. It is always a pleasure, sir.
For sure. This is always fun.
Uh-huh.
So
And we'll see everybody later. Take care. I'll see you tomorrow on the stream. Make sure you tune in to Bill on Monday for the him picking the pods for the Championship League, and make sure you guys tune on Tuesday. Again, Hollow Theater's now on Tuesday, not Wednesday. So make sure you guys take a chance and watch Hollow Theater. And the token for today, just so everybody knows, is it's worse.
Yep.
So, okay, see everybody later. Take care. Okay.